Hey there, Shaky again with another knife review. This time I am reviewing the SOG Flash 2. This is an excellent assisted opening knife. Really have enjoyed it a great deal. It's the larger brother of the Flash 1, another excellent knife. I don't own that knife, but I have kind of messed around with it in store and such, and I think it's an excellent knife as well. This one's just a little larger, and I think it gives me a couple more options as far as carrying. Just to go over quickly, it's a quick deploying knife. It takes very little effort to deploy because of the assisted opening, which I think is excellent. The only drawback on it I have is that it's a little rough feeling when you put the blade back in. You can kind of feel it grind at that point. You can't really hear it, but it just feels kind of rough, which is more an aesthetics thing than anything. Another slight complaint I would make is on this locking mechanism. It's pretty low profile, and it requires you to really kind of dig your thumb in, which I'd prefer not to have to do. Again, keep in mind, you know, I'm pretty spoiled by that Benchmade Osborne, so that's kind of my comparison point, which is a little unfair considering the price difference between these knives, but I know that they can do a better locking mechanism because it looks like their new knife, the Aegis, they've kind of changed this somewhat to make a little bit more accessible. So I am looking to purchase that knife in the future, and I'll do a review on it when I get it. This is the plain edge, which is my preference. No serrations. It's the non-black version, which you'll see that I normally get that as well. Just, you know, I like the silver as opposed to the black. For me, I know it sounds kind of silly, but it makes it harder for a manufacturer to hide cheap steel or poorly ground steel when it's just polished as opposed to being coated with something. You can see, you might not be able to see the actual branding there, but it's a nice look. The knife is comfortable in your hand. It's a tight grip. It definitely makes you lock it in. There's nothing on the top to really keep your hand from sliding forward, but you know, 99.999% of what I do is EDC tests, so I'm not that worried about it. And if I did have to use this particular knife to defend myself, I think it would do just great. Sort of like Nut and Fancy recommended, I did glue this little lock because I don't feel like there's really a need for it. As you're closing the knife, it starts to lock at about this degree right here. You can see that I'm kind of fighting it. That's a lot of opening that I have to worry about before it deploys, so I really don't feel like there's much chance that it's going to accidentally deploy. The handle's very comfortable, as I said. The pocket clip, I think Mr. Nut and Fancy's done a great job explaining that this is the best pocket clip in the business. This thing is completely invisible in your pocket other than the clip. You can see actually it'll bury below the top of your pocket because all you'll be able to see is this. The handle actually starts a little below the clip, not even with it, which is even better. So I enjoy this knife. I carry it frequently. This is the knife that I carry if I think there's any chance that I might need it in a defensive role. Earlier I showed the bird Cara, and that was the knife that I'd carry in that situation, but this is now what I carry. I am looking to purchase the Aegis. I'm hoping selfishly that it doesn't completely replace this blade in my mind, but it's possible that it may. I think it's actually a smaller actual blade, but I'm not sure about that off the top of my head. But this is an excellent knife. It's not very expensive, under 50 bucks for the larger version, and I would highly recommend, if you're looking for something in this group, in this basic genre of knife, that this be one of your top choices. Again, thanks for watching.